Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us. First tonight, dozens of people in Manatee County are left trying to rebuild after last weekend's flooding ruined their homes.
One neighborhood had just finished rebuilding when the storm hit. Some homeowners without flood insurance are now forced to pay thousands of dollars in repairs. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick shows us what options Shady Brook condo residents have at this point.
It's just a horrible feeling because it just happened a year ago, almost a year ago to the day.
It's a familiar scene for Shady Brook residents. Tables, chairs, and other household items lining front lawns as crews gut the inside of their homes. The neighborhood has experienced devastating flooding 4 times in the last 20 years. The most recent before this weekend, August 31st, 2016.
I know exactly what causes it. It's the creek that's right behind my house.
When Bowley's Creek overflows, it dumps right out into Shady Brook.
It's like a full-flowing river that flows through there ripping, and I mean, it was, you know, all the way waist deep coming through here.
The board of directors, the owners, and even residents have reached out to Manatee County government, hoping for a fix. Residents say they've been promised one, but the county has never followed through. Now, for the second time in 1 year, the condo association and residents both paying thousands of dollars in repairs.
The flood insurance is just too expensive, especially when they ask you, has it flooded in the past? And you say, yeah, it flooded less than a year ago.
Flood insurance could cost as much as $5,000 a year or more for homes sitting in flood zones, but as inexpensive as $500 a year for homes that aren't in those flood zones.
So many people out there don't even bother buying those flood programs because they think that they're not in a flood plain since their mortgage doesn't require it. But those people should really think twice about it because the state of Florida, the whole state could go under depending on the type of storm.
After weekend storms, Millennium Insurance in Sarasota is now seeing 3 times the calls that they typically do, customers wanting and needing flood insurance.
It is harder to get flood insurance if you've had claims in the past. The underwriting is a lot more stringent. They do it on a case-by-case basis.
This hurricane season hasn't even started, so I mean, hopefully they don't finish and then we have another real bad storm, because if we do, it could flood again.
That was ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick reporting. Flood insurance does take 30 days to kick in, so you can't call today and be expected to be protected tomorrow.
The break from the rain seems to be helping the flooding situation near the Manatee River in Venice. However, some streets are still underwater there, and people are having to wade through it to get in and out of the area. Sarasota County Emergency Management is monitoring the situation there. The river already receding, though, but it would still be a while before the area completely dries out.
How long have you lived here?
11, 12 years.
You ever seen anything like this?
This is the worst. We flooded the last couple of years, but nothing like this.
More rain is in the forecast for later this week. Manatee County plans to hand out sandbags again on Friday. They'll be available from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at Buffalo Creek Park, GT Bray Park, Lakewood Ranch Park, Stormwater Ops, and the Rubonia Community Center. And this time, Sarasota County does not plan on distributing sandbags at this Friday, but over the past 3 days, the county handed out more than 1,100 sandbags to area residents. Homeowners use those sandbags to try to keep water damage to a minimum. The city of Venice also handed out sandbags over the past couple of days.
Tropical Storm Harvey is moving inland at this hour, dumping a deluge of rain. The death toll now stands at 19, and millions are still threatened by high floodwaters in Texas and parts of Louisiana. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez shows us where recovery efforts stand tonight.
Relentless downpours as Harvey moves northeast, now burying areas along the Texas-Louisiana border under fast-rising floodwaters. People and pets pulled to safety by first responders and selfless strangers back out in their own boats today, saving lives.
They'll just keep bringing boatloads of people out to the truck. We'll load them up and we'll get them out of the area.
And still more rescues back in hard-hit Houston. The sky is now clear here, but water is still inundating homes. An estimated 30% of this county, 1,700 square miles, now flooded.
People that are calling out, people have been stranded for days.
And with the water receding in some places, the death toll from this monstrous storm is climbing. Police finding the 6 family members who died when their van was swept away.
Our worst fears have been realized.
Today, evacuations at this shelter in Port Arthur, Texas. As much as 4 feet of water pouring in.
Water is coming in from every angle. It's coming in from
the bathroom. It's coming in from the back door, the front door.
More than 32,000 people are now living in shelters in Texas. From this overcrowded convention center to churches and mosques, some are reaching capacity.
There is still room at this shelter where they're not calling the people staying here evacuees. Instead, they're referring to them as guests or neighbors, doing all they can to try to make people feel as comfortable as possible. So many people are showing up here to help, they've had to turn volunteers away. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Houston.
And as we continue to see the stunning images of devastation, people all across the country are looking for ways to help these storm victims. Tomorrow, ABC is hosting a day of giving to benefit those affected by Hurricane Harvey. Throughout the day, there will be a call to action to donate to the American Red Cross, with the money raised going to benefit those most impacted. If you would like to help, you can make a donation at redcross.org or by calling 1-855-999-GIVE.
We should mention the response already has been tremendous across the country.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to help in some way. Well, now it's time to get a check on our first alert forecast. Let's head over to Bob.
We're going to talk about Harvey right now, too. Let's get a look at the dry air that's around. You see all this dry air over West Texas right now and to the south and to Florida as well. Lots over Florida. There's still some showers and storms around, but not nearly the intensity that we saw just a couple of days ago. You can see this is the radar review showing the center right there, moving off to the northeast right now. Still some wraparound showers and some moderate to heavy rainfall. It is still a tropical storm, however, expected to drop below that status fairly soon as a result of it being over land. For us, things have dried out considerably, and it looks as though it'll stay that way through this evening. Well, the overall satellite imagery, enhanced satellite imagery, also showing the system is weakening as it is in Louisiana. Made a second landfall into Louisiana earlier today, or its first landfall into Louisiana. First landfall obviously down in South Texas, causing all sorts of problems there as a Category 4 hurricane. Now currently here in Sarasota we have sunshine and 88 degrees, the heat index at 101, and the pressure 30 inches even. That is holding steady. It's hot out there once again. 101, that's what it feels like in Sarasota. 103 in Arcadia and 101 in Mayaca City and 99 in Bradenton. We do have another tropical storm. We'll talk about it. Irma out there in the Atlantic. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. New developments tonight involving the fallout from the Punta Gorda police shooting that left a woman dead. Police Chief Tom Lewis was officially fired this morning. City Manager Howard Koenig made the announcement during a press conference, saying the actions came as a result of an internal affairs investigation into the death of Mary Knowlton. Koenig says they found evidence the department did not consistently follow standard safety protocols when conducting these citizen police training programs.
Police departments have an obligation to aggressively pursue safety. I did not find that this is the case in our department when citizen demonstrations were concerned. What I found was a non-standardized approach that created unnecessary risk for everyone involved. Because of this information, and after careful deliberation, I did not feel I could retain Tom as our chief of police.
Officer Lee Cole, who actually fired the shot that killed Knowlton, was fired from the department earlier this year. He's expected to be in court facing criminal charges of manslaughter resulting from that shooting tomorrow.
A huge accomplishment for the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. The agency has earned its 8th Reaccreditation. The Commission on Accreditation for Corrections voted unanimously to continue the Sheriff's Office accreditation. That coveted status is valid for 3 years. The Commission made the decision after inspecting the Manatee County Central Jail for 3 days in April.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Harvey health risk, how the hurricane and floodwaters could create some lasting serious health issues.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus a sinkhole on the Suncoast, the busy intersection where this crater opened up and it's delaying traffic. That's straight ahead.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
It is something millions suffer from in silence. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View, breaking the stigma of mental illness. We'll talk to a Suncoast author and mom who's working to help us face mental health issues. We're going to bike our way to a better body with a fast-paced cycle bar workout. Plus Labor Day grill safety, natural allergies, and c'est la vie in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Barred IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a barred IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the barred recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the barred IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A sinkhole is creating a road hazard in Manatee County tonight.
Right now, crews are working to repair the hole on Tuttle Avenue between University Parkway and Televast Road. It opened up beneath most of the southbound lane on Tuttle. It's about 6 feet wide. Traffic is being diverted around it. Crews on the scene say a pipe burst due to too much rainwater draining. They are now working to repair it. It will still be a week and a half or so before we know how the heavy rains and flooding affected sea turtle nest here on the Suncoast.
Officials at Mote Marine Lab in Sarasota say during the last severe storm, around 3% of nests were damaged. They're now checking the nests every day to see how many were washed out in the past rain event. As of last Saturday, more than 4,000 loggerhead sea turtle nests were counted on beaches from Longboat Key south to Venice, and 80 green sea turtle nests. Sea turtle nesting season ends on October 31st.
An adult loggerhead sea turtle is enjoying freedom once again. Staff members at Mote Marine Lab releasing Patty at Lido Beach this morning. Patty had been recovering at Mote Sea Turtle Rehabilitation Hospital after swallowing a fishing hook back in May. She was also covered in barnacles and algae and was very anemic. But after surgery and 2 months of good care, she was given the okay to be released back into the Gulf.
Our best advice is, if you can, use circle hooks. Also, hooks that are corrodable, so even if an animal ingests it, they can, eventually that will dissolve.
Mote Marine officials say if you do see a marine animal hooked on a line, do not cut it. Instead, call Mote's 24-hour stranding investigations response program or Florida Fish and Wildlife Alert Hotline at 1-888-404-FWCC. Since opening, Mote's Rehab Center has now treated more than 600 turtles, and many of them with outcomes just like this, which is awesome. Yeah.
Fantastic work. They always
Yep.
do.
Yeah, great job there. And good job on the weather. Things are drying out finally
Much
here
better.
after 22 inches of rainfall. You know, that's pretty amazing that we had that here. Things are looking much better on that front. The rivers are starting to go down, obviously, and we are looking at less chance for rain here and over Texas as Harvey is heading off to the northeast. Its second landfall again today into the United States, into Louisiana, as a tropical storm. Earlier it made landfall in South Texas as a Category 4 hurricane. Still, heavy rainfall fall is occurring across parts of western portions of Louisiana, northern Louisiana as well, but it's lessening all across East Texas right now, and some showers and banding features moving into the Panhandle. Center appears to be right here near Alexandria, and it continues to move off to the northeast right now. For us, high and dry. A few inland showers are possible through this evening. Not much chance of any coastal showers. That'll happen tomorrow. The rain chances actually coming up just a little bit. Not much more so on Friday. You can see one lone shower there in the western portion of DeSoto County. With all this dry air in place, there'll still be pockets of showers and storms developing like we're seeing just to the southeast of Miami. But the showers won't be all that intense at this point with that drier air in the upper levels anyway. 88 degrees. We have clear skies. The heat index at 101. Winds out of the west-southwest at 9. The pressure 30 inches even. And the forecast tomorrow is calling for high temperatures in the low 90s with a chance for a few late-day storms. That's it. Futurecast is indicating a few inland showers possible this evening. Not much, just a slight chance of that happening. And then again on Thursday, we'll start off with nice weather, a few inland showers developing along the sea breeze. The rain chance coming up just ever so slightly. As we push ahead into Friday, we'll see much better chances for showers and storms developing along that sea breeze front. And then some of that could be rather heavy over the weekend as a result of some increased moisture coming our way. Well, the tropics are getting very active. Obviously, we saw that with Harvey, and Harvey continues to spin out and head off to the northeast, drawing a lot of moisture up from the deep tropics. There are some long-range models indicating another system may get into the Gulf of Mexico next week and head toward Texas. We'll keep an eye on that for you right now. There's nothing out there at this point. Harvey has winds at 40 miles an hour. It's moving to the northeast at 8. And will continue to move off to the northeast, eventually bringing some rainfall into Tennessee, Kentucky, and southern portions of Ohio as a tropical depression. Now, for us, we are watching this one. This is the newly formed Irma, the 9th named storm of the season. Looking pretty healthy already, way out there in the Atlantic. Top winds are at 60 miles an hour. It's moving to the west at 15. And there's still a lot of uncertainty on the long-range forecast as to where this is going. But you'll notice it develops into a hurricane as early as tomorrow. Category 2, some models do develop it into a major hurricane in the next 5 days. Still out there in the Atlantic, so having no impact on any land area for at least the next 5 days. But notice this little drop down to the south here lately. High pressure may build in and drive this more toward the west, which isn't always a good thing. Obviously, we like the storms that kind of curve and bend out into the Atlantic, and we'll wait to see what that one does. 80 degrees in Detroit right now, comfortable in Toronto at 72, Boston a cool 69, 106 now in Phoenix and Atlanta at 71. Well, for boaters, tomorrow winds will be out of the east and then southwest late in the day, 5 to 10 knots. There'll be a light chop out there. Seas running 2 to 3 feet and the water temperature right at 88 degrees, and the UV index will be at 10. The tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay look like this. High tide at 10:36 and a low tide at 2:16. Sunset at 7:53. Mostly fair and warm tonight, 78 for a low. A few isolated inland storms are possible. Tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, hot conditions, 20% chance for storms in the afternoon. Most of that will be inland, a high of 92. Then we get back into those afternoon and evening storms for Friday and continuing into the weekend. Some of that could be heavy at times. Labor Day, rain chance at 40%. Temperatures will be into the mid-70s for lows by Sunday morning. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to first alert traffic. Right now, we're seeing a crash in the westbound lanes of University Parkway right at Lockwood Ridge Road. It does not appear to be backing up traffic, though, all green along University at this hour. Now, if you plan to drive through Manatee County tonight, you may run into some construction work. Crews will be doing some maintenance work on I-75 on the bridge that spans the Braden River. There will be some southbound lane closures from around 9 o'clock tonight until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
In health news tonight, an increased risk of illnesses and hazards caused by the rising floodwaters in Texas. Medical personnel are on high alert for drownings, bacterial diseases, carbon monoxide poisoning, and mosquito-borne illnesses. Another concern chemicals. The floodwaters could become contaminated with chemicals that have washed out of people's tool sheds or garages. The contaminated water could cause gastrointestinal issues or other infections. The Health and Human Services Secretary says hundreds of pharmacies have had to close, and that creates even more problems.
The drugstore that you normally go to, you can't get to. The medication that you normally pick up, you can't pick up. The dialysis that you normally receive 2 times a week, you can't get to that. So all of those are being addressed through FEMA and through HHS.
Tom Price has declared a public health emergency for Texas, which grants the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid beneficiaries and their health care providers greater flexibility in meeting health needs. The Food and Drug Administration is approving a first-of-its-kind drug to treat childhood leukemia. The treatment genetically engineers patients' own blood cells into an army of assassins to seek and destroy childhood leukemia. The powerful CAR T-cell therapy from Novartis opens a new era in cancer care. It marks the first type of gene therapy to hit the U.S. market. It is new in a wave of living drugs being developed for blood cancers and maybe other tumors as well. Coming up, a growing wildfire out west, what firefighters are doing to save 800 structures from being threatened by flames. And construction crews make a rare discovery at a job site, what they found buried in Denver. Straight ahead.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Just go do it. Go do it. If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
This is the new standard in how municipalities and governments should treat unsheltered individuals who are homeless with dignity.
A homeless man dies in the jail cell. Is that where the homeless belong? Are there medical and alcohol treatment if we send them there? I'm Alan Cohn. We'll hear what is and is not being done at the Trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Fire crews in Forbes-town, California are battling a wildfire that is burning out of control. The Ponderosa Fire, as it's being called, has already burned 2,500 acres and destroyed 5 homes. Nearby residents are under mandatory evacuation orders, and 2 schools are closed. The flames are threatening 800 structures. More than 50 fire engines and 8 planes are being used to try to put it out. A church and community center are housing evacuees, and separate shelters are open now for pets and livestock. A construction crew breaking ground on a new building got an old surprise, one that's been hidden for 66 million years. Workers in the Denver area unearthed a rare Triceratops skull and skeletal bones that were discovered in Thornton, Colorado during groundbreaking at the site of a new public safety building. Scientists confirmed the find. Triceratops were 3-horned plant-eating dinosaurs. Officials say once it's out of the ground and cleaned up, they hope to give it a new home at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
The National Guard in Texas may be working overtime to rescue victims of Hurricane Harvey, but they need a break once in a while, too. That's where Gallery Furniture in Richmond, Texas is stepping in to help. They're allowing troops to sleep on their new showroom mattresses. At least they're comfortable. This is between shifts and rescuing people who have been trapped in these raging floodwaters. With the long road to recovery, Guard members will need a lot of sleep. And Gallery Furniture, the owner, Jim McInveld, Mattress Mac, as he's known, has opened other stores in his locations as well for evacuees to come in and sleeping on the furniture. He's been feeding them 3 meals a day. He's extremely philanthropic. He does this all the time. This is just one in a string of things he's done for the Houston community. So
that's a great use of a mattress store.
I mean, if you have to sleep somewhere, it better be on a Sealy Posturepedic, right? Still to come on your Suncoast News. Keeping the momentum going in the Newtown community.
What the city of Sarasota is doing now to revitalize that area. The story coming up.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.